Your child has unfortunately passed away in a car accident, ma'am.
What?
Please, come to the hospital at once.
But my child is here.
It can't be the case, ma'am. The person who confirmed the identity of the deceased gave me this contact information, and this has led me to you.
Believe me, sir, when I tell you that it truly isn't my child.
The other party's parents are waiting as we speak, ma'am, so please, hurry as much as you can.
And so I was forced to go to the hospital for something I didn't think I had anything to do with. My name is Yurina Motohashi, and I'm 45 years old. I got married when I was 24, and I'm living happily in my life as a part-time housewife. After graduating from high school, I worked at a programming company. And that's where I met my current husband, and we got married about 2 years after we started dating. We have an extremely ordinary family, but to me, I cannot think of anything to make myself happier. That is what I would say. However, I once had an unforgettable experience that has left me with some trauma. This has something to do with a certain classmate of mine from high school, and I'm going to talk about that today. It all started 30 years ago when I was in high school. You're very tall, Yurina, and you look like a pretty manly person, huh? Why, thank you. You think it's fun to be popular with girls? I don't think I'm particularly popular, honestly. Wow, you're actually enjoying all the damn attention inside, and now you just pretend to be modest? Rika was quite the prominent in our class and had a lot of followers as an entourage. It seems that saying nasty things to me was her and her friends' daily thing to look forward to. I get really annoyed when I see you, so why don't you quit school, huh? Just don't look at me then. As you can see, I'm sitting in the corner of the classroom like this. Ayo, why do I have to compromise for someone for the likes of you? Normally, a plain and ugly bitch like you ought to feel responsible. And so you better freaking do what I say. We never even had any form of relationship to begin with. Why are you pestering me like this all the time? Just ignore me like you always have. When I asked her that, Rika's face turned red and she ran off somewhere. After that, I asked the other girls in my class who were her entourage, and they told me that she felt embarrassed because of me, whom a lot of juniors and seniors liked, and she was making a fuss about how she wasn't the center of their attention. But that isn't my fault at all, though, is it? After this happened, I was subjected to all kinds of harassment until graduation. I finally protested at times when I've had enough, but it was no use. Please stop this, Rika. Huh? I didn't do anything, bitch. Can you provide any proof that I ever did anything to you? If you asked the people in our class, we'd find out right away. Why do you do such childish things? It's because you don't listen to me that this is happening. Think more before you act. The stress of studying for exams and the harassment combined, it escalated to the point where I was mentally unstable. I couldn't concentrate on my studies and often missed school as a result of my fragile state of mind, which worried my parents so much that they threatened to protest adamantly to the school. But I told them that I didn't want to have anything to do with Rika anymore, so I begged them not to do anything as I cried one night. My parents understood my feelings and worked hard with me to help me get a good job. They acted as interviewers when I needed practice for interviews and supported me at home in studying for qualifications. I'm so grateful to them. So grateful. Thanks to their efforts alongside my own, I was able to secure a job, although it wasn't a very large company. And by the way, I heard that this girl named Rika moved outside the prefecture. Oh, that's good. That's very good. Now I can live in peace. And boy, did I live peacefully for about 20 years after that. But when I heard that she had returned to her hometown after getting married, my mental state hit rock bottom once again. Then, after a while, I was contacted by the woman in question. Hey, Yurina, it's been a while. To whom do I have this pleasure? This is Rika from high school. Have you actually forgotten my unique voice? Believe me, I couldn't forget it. And what do you want? I'm busy. When I heard you got married about 20 years ago, I thought it was some kind of joke. But damn, you really are married, aren't you? Surprise, I guess. I heard that you got married too, though. Yes, I did. Well, he has money and the conditions he posed don't seem so bad. So I just went with the flow. His kids are a bit of a nuisance, though, gotta admit. Is that so? But it was good that you got to experience raising kids. Oh, frick off with that bitchiness, huh? Showing off that you've given birth, are you? Frickin' annoying! It's not like that. Look, I'm really busy, so I'll just hang up, alright? What are you talking about? If you're always at home, you must be bored. I'll at least do you the favor of talking to you. Whatever, I work from home, actually. When I talked about working from home, Rika made fun of me and said there's no way there was such a job. The kind of job a high school graduate like you can do is freaking limited, ain't it? Well, I wanted to show you how much I despised you harassing me, so I got a lot of qualifications after graduating. I'm getting paid more than enough, you see? Ugh, so annoying. Well, I have a deadline coming up soon. Logging off now. I decided to hang up the phone and get to work as soon as I could. A few days later, Rika came all the way to my house and started bragging about how lucky she was with her life. It's a really scary story about how she found out about my house. Wow, you live in a pretty nice place. Rika, how did you find out about my house? I asked around the neighborhood. It was hard because no one told me exactly where you were. No one expected you to return to the city, and I didn't want you to know where I lived, so I tried my best to keep it a secret. Didn't you notice? I see. You were worried that I, a beautiful goddess, would take your husband away, huh? I'm not freaking interested in your plain-ass husband. Rika started chastising my husband even though she'd never met him before. I was furious, but I thought that even if I got angry here, it wouldn't have any effect on her. I decided to get her the hell out of there. Well, could you not come again then? It's not like I'm free. Huh? I thought I'd tell you about my lovely child, you know. Is that so? Why don't you tell your other friends about your child then? Because everyone is jealous of me and won't listen. This is ridiculous. Puffing out your cheeks, pouting like a 4-year-old when you're approaching 45. Just painful. Excuse me? You've never been so attracted in any way, have you? My child is smart and adorable, you see. I guess anyone can tell I'm a good mother. That's good. I hope she doesn't develop a bad personality, though, I must say. With that, I closed the front door. Then one day, sometime later, I received a shocking phone call while I was working from home.
I'm sorry, but is this the number of one Mr. Rina Motohashi?
Yes, that's right.
I'm terribly sorry to say this, but your child has unfortunately passed away in a car accident, ma'am.
What?
Again, ma'am. Your child was in a car accident and passed away.
What?
Please, come to the hospital at once.
But my child is here.
That can't be the case, ma'am. The person who confirmed the identity of the deceased gave me this contact information, and this has led me to you.
Believe me, sir, when I tell you that it truly isn't my child.
I cannot confirm any details just now, ma'am, and I cannot say anything, but the other party's parents are waiting as we speak, ma'am. So please, hurry as much as you can.
Then I had no choice but to go to the hospital, because the phone was hung up on me right then. When I went to the hospital, I was guided to a mortuary. I was told to confirm, but as I expected, I didn't recognize the deceased. Doctor, who is this person?
Excuse me, who is this person? Your child, isn't it?
Perhaps the doctor seemed to think I was thinking all of this as a joke, or perhaps he couldn't accept the reality of my words, or he frowned as he talked to me. Then, as I was leaving the hospital, someone called out to me from behind.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you, trying to leave without permission?
Yes? Who are you, sir?
I'm the father of the girl who was badly injured by your daughter.
Regarding that particular matter, sir, she was not my daughter.
What? Are you planning to evade responsibility, eh?
Believe me, sir, I don't have any grown-up children who could cause an accident. You can have the police investigate me, by all means.
The police have also told me that you're the parent. It's just a lie on your part to get away from this.
Which police officer issued that statement? If one makes such careless remarks, that has to be reported to their superiors.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll make sure you pay the compensation my daughter rightfully deserves.
And so now you know the full story. In a nutshell, I'm incurring the wrath of others with whom I'm not acquainted for something I didn't do. I talked to my husband about it and he said, "Damn, there are some weird people out there," with a stern look in his face, and was thinking about something. In fact, my husband is currently away on a business transfer and doesn't come home often nowadays. So I talked to him about this incident via video call, which was our daily routine at that point. When Mr. Furuta, the man who talked harshly at me at the hospital, came over one day with his lawyer, I was asked to pay a large amount of alimony. Because his daughter would tragically suffer from the after effects for the better part of her life, he yelled at me saying my daughter had a future ahead of her. He stated that as the parent of the perpetrator, it was my duty to take responsibility for what my child did. After 2 hours of this, they finally went home. The lawyer just nodded his head throughout those 2 hours and was not very helpful at all. A few days later, I heard a certain rumor and decided to go to Rika's house. Who's there? First thing in the morning, damn it! I came because I had something to talk with you about. Huh? It's so rude to suddenly barge into someone's house like this. Think of it a bit more beforehand, okay? No. You did the same to me. I did I? Did I do something like that? I forgot. Yeah, that kind of thing doesn't really matter. Rika, you haven't talked about your daughter lately. What's going on with that? She went to heaven, the bitch. It's so unfair for the child to go before their parents. Right. So is it true that your daughter died in a traffic accident? Huh? What the? Why are you suddenly asking something like that? It doesn't matter, does it? It matters to me, actually. It's very important. I don't want to think about when Minami died, that's for sure. I do admit that I asked about the situation rather rudely, and I'm sorry for that. But in my defense, you did something that left me with no other choice. What? What the hell? So you're getting revenge for all the bullying I've been doing to you up until now? So you were bullying me then, after all. Well, that's not important, wasn't it? You spreading the word that my child had caused a fatal traffic accident? When I asked her a question that I was absolutely sure of, her eyes became very uneasy. What? You know that can't be true. If you say something like that without evidence, it would be defamation, you know. So you're not admitting it? I'm not refusing it. I'm denying such a rumor even exists. Well, I know it must be so frustrating. Give up, bitch. A high school graduate like you probably didn't even think about the importance of evidence in all this. But I never said there was no evidence. Huh? I really do feel sorry for your daughter's death, Rika, but it's wrong to blame my child for the accident that Minami caused, wouldn't you agree? When I spoke, Rika started yelling. You've always been like that, talking like you're right. And I always resented the fact that you're only one being pampered, even though I'm so much prettier and have a better personality than you. I couldn't forgive you for getting married and being happy before I did, even though you've always been a plain-ass floozy. I got married because I didn't want to lose you to you, of all people. But the man I married already had a child and could only live in a shabby apartment like this. But you live in such a nice house. It's just not fair. But that all stems from jealousy. You bullied me in the past, and as a result, I couldn't go to the school that I wanted to go to. I was frustrated and wanted to get back at myself for being so easily destroyed by childish behavior. So I got a lot of qualifications and met my current husband through my efforts. I worked hard. I'm so freaking pissed. I didn't want my daughter to begin with. She doesn't listen to me and she's not attractive at all. You little. There are good and bad things to say, you know. Just because you're not related to your daughter by blood doesn't give you a reason to say things like that. You don't understand my feelings. And I don't want to. Damn you, I've had enough. I'm calling the police. And so, Rika went inside the apartment, and 10 minutes later, the police showed up.
What's the matter, ladies?
Officer, this woman's trying to blame an accident that her child caused on my own beloved daughter. Rest her soul.
That's not good at all. I'd like to hear the details.
Oh, enough already. Let's put an end to this nonsense. I continued quietly. I mean, accuse me all you want, but my child is still a baby. There's no way she could have caused an accident.
Excuse me?
She's at home now, and you can come and see her if you must.
There's also the possibility that you have a lot of children, isn't there?
Why Rika said that my child caused an accident, I will never know, nor do I ever want to, but it's impossible. The baby we have now at my house is my first child with my husband.
So, there's no way anyone could believe such a lie, ma'am. May I ask how old you are?
I'm 45, yes. I gave birth at a later age.
I'll check your family register and so on then.
Then the officer left and I called some people. The people I called over were none other than Mr. Furuta and his lawyer. The person you've been looking for, who unfortunately injured your daughter, was this woman's daughter, who has passed away as a result of the accident. What are you talking about?
What?
I have a recording from a neighbor around here, an acquaintance of mine. When the officer from earlier came back, the three gentlemen listened to the recording, and at the end, I heard Rika talking to this neighbor of hers. My daughter was such a crazy-ass goody-two-shoes bitch, you know. You know how she did something dangerous this time? Well, I was about to get sued for compensation by the parents of the little girl who was a victim in the accident. But I shifted the blame to someone else's child, see? And now that his daughter is gone, I'm thinking about getting a divorce. I'm going to marry someone with better specs than the husband of that stupid witch. Such a conversation was recorded. The officer and Mr. Furuta, who heard everything, changed their attitude 180 degrees and began interrogating Rika.
I believed you when you said your daughter didn't do anything. How dare you do something like this? I didn't even know you lived in such a shabby house.
How dare you push the crime your child committed onto someone else?
And you were the one who was eager to help, weren't you? I just thought you could help me because you were a police officer and all, and you and I were just playing around. I found out later that Rika had been having an affair with this police officer and had been gallivanting around a lot. And she's not my real child, so I have no obligation to help.
Even if she were a stepchild, she's part of your family. I think it's only natural to raise a child, relate her or not, with love.
But I'm supposed to be so much better than anyone else. Irina, because of you, my life has been ruined. To one their own, to others blind, wouldn't you agree? She was saying all these childish excuses to everyone present, and perhaps he couldn't stand it, for the officer tried to leave. Whoa there, officer. Do you think a police officer is allowed the luxury of adultery? You probably didn't notice, but there are so many witnesses that can confirm you're guilty as charged. When I mentioned that, the three people started looking frantically around them, and only then did they realize that multiple neighbors had converged on the scene. The wrongdoings Rika had done had been discovered, and folks were starting to whisper. Perhaps she couldn't bear it any longer, for she disappeared into the house, and Mr. Furuta was also about to leave. But I called out to him. Don't you have anything to say to me?
What?
You've been hurling abuse at me, haven't you? And yet you won't even apologize?
I was just deceived. I'm not to blame.
Is that so? Then I want to take you to court. I've recorded everything you said that day and beyond, you see?
You little scoundrel!
I will contact you through my lawyer regarding the details.
I was just deceived by that woman.
That's not important. What's your name and rank? Don't you dare think you can get away with doing something like this, understood? Perhaps the officer didn't want to tell me, for he didn't say a single word, but a few neighbors were so kind as to tell me the specifics, and so I contacted my husband. My husband actually has a job that has a lot of connections with the police, and I was thus able to gather evidence smoothly this time. Based on that evidence, I decided to sue Rika and Mr. Furuta for defamation and harassment. They were shocked when they saw the contents of their crimes, but I mercilessly demanded alimony and compensation for everything they did. And in the end, I collected every last coin from each of them. Rika divorced her husband because she had been cheating on him, and they were arguing over Mr. Furuta's request for compensation regarding his daughter. Mr. Furuta later felt small and stressed at work because his workplace discovered he had caused problems to public welfare. The police officer was also found to be very guilty of having affairs with various women during working hours. And not only was he dismissed from duty, but Rika's husband also demanded alimony for having an affair with his wife. For a sorry excuse of an affair, I guess it was a high price to pay. By the way, my husband wants to rent out this house and move to a newer house nearby very soon. And it's not a house, but a penthouse with more robust security measures. I only think about it again when I still get lapses from the past, which isn't too often anymore. But I agreed with my husband because we don't know when Rika would strike again.
All things considered, though, I think that's the end of the woman who continued to torment Irina Motohashi. And I gotta say, I'm relieved for your sake.
I know I shouldn't take joy in other people's misfortune, but I can't help myself this time. I'm still a human being after all.
And Rika probably noticed your charm more than anyone else. She couldn't help but want to bring you down. She spent most of her life being jealous of others and showing off her own delusions of herself. So I guess she never had a time where she felt truly happy.
Oh, honey.
Well, I'm just grateful for one thing. If anything, you got a job instead of going to college. That's how I met you. Got married and was blessed with a beautiful child. Of course, it would be best if I could meet you wherever you were at the time.
I guess that's true. I also think that meeting you was the happiest thing that's happened to me. Let's do our best together, honey.
My name is Reina Yuchimi, and I'm married to Kiyoya, who is 1 year older than me, and I'm currently a full-time housewife. I have 2 sons with my husband, Ryota, and Masaya. aged 1 and 2 respectively, and a baby girl due in about 3 months. That means I'll have 3 children of consecutive ages, giving birth about once a year. It's hard being busy every day, raising children and doing the housework, but I feel so happy with my life, is what I genuinely want to say. I want to say that so badly, but I can't because of what's going on with Kyoya, my husband.
I'm home.
Welcome back, honey. Dinner is ready.
It's ready, she says. Could you, not say such obvious things?
Yes.
What's with that attitude, eh? You can only live because of me, can't you?
Don't yell at me in front of the kids, Kyoya.
Being a full-time housewife must be so nice, eh? I want to change lives for you, for real.
And here we go again. Whatever you say, honey, just hurry on and eat your dinner while it's hot. And also, I wish you would give the kids a bath every once in a while.
You know, I get tired after working all day. That should be your job. More importantly, hamburgers for dinner? I had one for lunch today.
How would I know that? If you didn't want hamburgers tonight, you could have contacted me at least.
As though I have the damn time for that. More importantly, if you're my wife, you should be able to figure that out on your own.
No way I can do that.
Mommy, Dad, look at this. I just drew it.
Amazing. You draw so well, sweetheart. Hey, Kyoya, say something to him, honey.
I lost my appetite. I'm going to a convenience store.
Huh?
Dad?
Dad seems a little tired tonight, honey. Let's give him some quiet time, okay?
Sure.
Oh, Masaya, don't put that in your mouth.
Ah.
You're so silly, sweetheart. Well then, let's have a bath soon, okay? There's no way I could rest my body or mind if every such day constitutes my life. Not to mention the fact I'm pregnant anyway, so I would appreciate some help with childcare a little more. To the point, what the hell does help even mean in this context? I have 2 children, but so does he. It's strange that I'm the only one taking care of them. I used to spend every day thinking about things like that. He wasn't like this before. Kyoya was a very kind person from the beginning of our relationship, all those years ago. We worked in different companies, but we'd been doing business together as part of a collaboration, and that flowered into something more. Then Kyoya proposed to me after 3 years of dating, and we got married, but...
After we get married, could you please become a full-time housewife, Reina?
What? But if we think about the family finances, and since we don't have children yet, I think it would be better for me to work a little more.
I agree, but I want to have children very soon, as you know. I want you to protect the house. My biggest dream of mine to come home to you with a smile on your face and a warm meal.
I see. If you put it that way, honey, I'm all for it. But will the finances really be okay? We need to save money and things like that after all.
It'll be fine, Reina. I have a good salary that can support us. And when the kids grow up, you can always start working again too.
I suppose you're right. Let's do it then. Then I quickly found a replacement for me at work, gave them the rundown of how to do my job, and bowed out of the workplace.
I'm home, Reina.
Welcome back! Today's dinner is your favorite, Kyoya. Hamburger steak.
Oh, hell yeah! Your cooking is always so delicious, Reina. I'm so happy.
Because you always try your best, darling. I want you to feel better, even if it's just while you're at home. I'll do my best to give you a nice home to come back to.
I'm so blessed to have found a good wife.
Come now, don't cry about something like that.
That's how happy I am, though. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, too. Even after we had a child, Kyoya's attitude didn't change at all.
Ryota, my son, you're always so adorable. What? Hey, Reina, a little help, please.
Coming. Even though he was a little clumsy at times, he interacted with his children every day so lovingly, and I was satisfied with my life. That's why I was able to have Masaya right after Ryota. But when Kyoya found out I was pregnant with our third child, for whatever reason, he started looking down on me and treating me like a parasite, wondering what a full-time housewife actually is. Did I do something wrong? I don't remember doing anything. The kids were still very young, and I didn't know what to do with this problem, and thus my days were filled with anxiety. And then one day, my sister-in-law, Miss Karen, gave birth to a child of hers. Miss Karen! Congratulations on your first child! A gift for you. Thank you, love.
You still came all the way to see us, Miss Reina, despite you being pregnant too. Thank you.
My due date is next month, and I'm feeling fine, so no worries, sir. I also wanted to show the kids their new cousin, thinking it would be a good practice for them to become good big brothers very soon. Thank you, Reina. This child is going to be an only child, and I'm happy if your kids played with him a lot from now on.
Kyoya is working, I presume?
Yes, sir. He seems to be quite busy recently, and even on his days off, he's away from home entertaining clients and playing golf.
He's doing all this even though his own children are still so young?
It can't be helped. Considering I'm not working myself, he must make some sacrifices to get promoted.
I'm aware, yes. But I suppose it's taken a bit of a toll on you physically?
I honestly wanted to complain about a lot of things to him, but I didn't want to sound like I was playing the victim, so I looked away and hung my head instead. Then Miss Karen seemed to have realized something, and as an older sister of mine, she started giving me a lot of good advice, saying, "Honestly, though, don't you think Kyoya's being too lazy? He's not taking care of the kids, is he?" "Oh, no, he isn't, but I don't think he's lazy." "Really? He isn't causing you trouble?" "It's fine, miss. You need not worry about me. If I tell her or her husband anything and he finds out, he might accuse me of talking behind his back, and it'll be a pain on me to deal with that, so I'd rather not say anything."
You need any help in any way, be sure to tell us, Miss Reina.
"If he does anything to you, Yuki and I will straighten him out, so you need not worry." "Thank you. It's so reassuring to hear you say that." Kyoya himself is not very reliable as a husband or father, but these two folks are so angelic, and I'm sure they'd help me if I was in trouble in any way. That same day I came back from the hospital, I told Kyoya about how I visited his sister to see my new niece, and I showed him a picture of the baby.
Now that I think about it, the baby was born today, right? I have to give her a gift.
Oh, I gave one to her already, properly.
What did you give her?
Clothes for the baby. I thought it would be okay to have any kind of clothing, and since it's a girl, I bought her different colors from ours.
What the? Is that what you got her? I don't get it.
What?
You don't need that many clothes for babies. Did you buy some for ours too? Don't freaking waste my money.
But both our children are obviously boys, and we don't have any clothes for girls. And Messiah used to vomit up milk a lot, if you recall. So quite a few of them were stained beyond salvation. I had to throw them away. Using those would be...
This is what I mean by parasite. And Karen won't be too happy about that present either. So think about it a bit more, alright?
But I did think about it properly before I gave her the gift, and it wasn't a total waste, you know? And children's clothes are a standard gift for when a woman gives birth.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Listen up. I shall tell you what a proper gift for giving birth is.
What the heck? What are you planning to do?
I'm going to invite everyone over to our house this coming weekend. Not just my sister, of course, but my brother-in-law, my parents, and my grandparents.
They're coming? Here? What are you saying?
This is normal, Reina. My boss's family had invited a lot of relatives to his house when his sister gave birth, you know?
But this isn't business. More importantly, why are we inviting them to our house?
You can't have them prepare food or anything to celebrate their accomplishment, right? They're coming to our house.
It's outrageous to invite so many adults to a small apartment, Kyoya. Also, we have 2 kids of our own with a 3rd one on the way. Who do you think is going to prepare food or anything?
The hell? 4 people or 14 doesn't make a damn difference.
Wait a minute. So you're planning to invite 10 people?
Well, I'm planning to invite my brother-in-law's parents too.
My head's starting to hurt.
Shut up, woman! You're nothing but a life-sucking parasite, and you should listen to what I say. And you're my wife, so you should at least give your sister-in-law a baby shower, right?
And I'm telling you, I already gave her a present! enough of this. I get it.
Ah, so you get it now. Then please start with all the preparations, and let everyone know of the plan.
Wait, I'm contacting everyone? Aren't you going to do something?
I'm busy with work, and all that is the job of the wife, ain't it?
Oh, really? All right, I understand. I'll teach this big blabbermouth a lesson, mark my words. The next day, while Kiyoya was at work, I took Ryota and Masaya and went back to my parents' house. Of course, I told them about our visit beforehand, but then that night I got a phone call.
The hell do you mean you're going back to your parents' house?
I thought I couldn't go on like this with you anymore. And I'm thinking about divorce too.
Get your ass back to the house. Come on, who do you think you owe your life to, eh?
And there you freaking go again. Do you have any idea why it turned out like this?
Don't make it sound like I'm in the wrong, woman. And more importantly, you freaking told my family that you were going back to your parents? They messaged me, and let me tell you, they were heated.
Hey, Kiyoya, why do you always say selfish things, Don't you think you were unreasonable regarding yesterday?
I'm sure I didn't say anything strange yesterday.
Then I suppose you don't know why your parents scolded you then.
They honestly should be praising me. Who's caring enough to want to throw my sister a baby shower to celebrate her birth?
Huh! You don't get it at all, do you? I won't be coming home for a while, so if you want to have a party at our home, by all means.
Hey! Don't be saying such selfish things. Come back right freaking now and take care of the home.
I ignored him and hung up the phone. He called a few times, but of course I ignored all his calls. Are you okay, Mommy? I'm fine, sweetheart. Let's live with Grandpa and Grandma for a while, okay? Yay! I love my Nanny and Gramps.
Well, is that so, my boy? Let's take a bath together today, okay?
No, honey. They're going to take a bath with me today.
No, I'll go first today.
Come now, guys, no fighting. We're staying here for a while anyway. My parents are so amazing, after all. Ryota and Masaya are both very good boys, and because they help with childcare, I was able to relax for the first time in a while. A few days later, on a holiday, Kiyoya came to my parents' house.
Hey! Get out of here, quickly!
Who is this?
You know damn well who I am. How long are you going to keep this nonsense up? If you apologize now, I'll forgive you.
And how long are you going to look down on me, eh? Since when have you been so important all of a sudden?
I work and support my family. Of course I'm freaking important.
And you know I appreciate that, but you see...
No freaking buts, damn you.
Ah, Kiyoya. So you really are causing trouble for Miss Reina, aren't you?
Mr. Takeshi, sir? Why are you...
Miss Reina herself told me what was going on, see? He told me how you want to invite all your relatives to celebrate Karen giving birth.
Could you please talk some sense into her, sir? She doesn't want to do a baby shower because she thinks it's too much trouble. Don't you think that's terrible?
I agree, Kiyoya. I think it's really terrible that you haven't thought about it that much.
Why me?
Do you seriously not understand anything? Miss Reina is pregnant now and is due to give birth next month, as you very well know. Why do you feel the need to make her do something that will tire her out?
But it's already her third child, so she should be used to it, right? And the birth is next month.
That doesn't matter! How much do you think a pregnant woman uses energy, both physically and mentally? I mean, you've been pregnant before and you've seen everything, right? It's still so tiring. And don't you know how hard it is to always bear the tension and weight of having a child in your stomach?
Well,
Not to mention, you didn't think about Karen after her giving birth, did you? Even after the birth is a very tiring, fragile time for the mother, see?
It's far more difficult and dangerous after childbirth, and the mother would have her head full of thoughts about her child. And I also think it's unreasonable to let a newborn baby outside for no reason.
And you also didn't think about your own kids at all, did you? Ryota and Masaya are only 2 and 1 years old, respectively, and they're shy around strangers. Wouldn't you say it must feel pretty cramped being surrounded by so many adults?
Do you understand that everything you thought goes against common sense?
but...
No buts, Kiyoya! Listen to Reina's opinion properly.
Yes, sir.
You literally only listen to what Mr. Takashi says. Kiyoya's brother-in-law works for a different company from my husband. But because the latter is a big client of the former, Kiyoya can't look at Mr. Takashi in the eye out of professional respect and intimidation. Not to mention the fact I used to work for the same company as Mr. Takashi, and Kiyoya actually asked him to introduce me to him. It pisses me off that my bastard of a husband only listens to what a professional superior has to say to him, and not to me, his wife, his sister, or his parents, all of whom are related to him by blood.
So you've come to terms with it and reflected on what you did then.
I've reflected on it.
Then you know you need to apologize properly.
I'm sorry.
You can't apologize unless you're told now? Enough. Kiyoya, let's get a divorce.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I really don't think I can stay with you from now on after what's happened.
You really don't understand. I'll be freaking grateful, do you? Even if we get divorced, how are you going to live? You have kids and no one will hire you.
Kiyoya, what are you talking about?
Am I wrong though, sir? This bitch is the one who doesn't understand anything, despite living off of me as a parasite.
If you want to think so, by all means, you're entitled to your own opinion, but you call me a parasite. But do you remember that it was you who said that he wanted me to be a full-time housewife?
What?
Yeah, it was you who said that it was your biggest dream to come home to me with a smile on my face and a warm meal. And it was also you who said you wanted to have children very soon and that you wanted 3 children.
Ugh!
You just remembered, did you? I told you that I ought to continue working until the children came along, but you said we'd be fine with just your income.
Damn it! That's right. I'll admit it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Even if you apologize now.
Yeah, I apologize for what I've done up until now. I'll reflect on my heinous actions. I'll take better care of you than ever. Please, reconsider divorcing me. I was the one out of line.
Then why did you suddenly start saying things like that?
My boss and my seniors, they said that full-time housewives just live off their husband's money and laze around the house. They said that pregnancy, childbirth, and child rearing aren't that hard on them at all. And they also said that it's unacceptable for men to help with housework and child rearing.
And you just accepted that without a moment's thought?
I can't believe there are people who have such old-fashioned ideas. In the first place, helping with the housework and child rearing is fundamentally wrong. A child is a child of both parents, so it's natural to raise them together. Just as the child needs a mother, he also needs a father.
The moment I heard that, I couldn't help but applaud. I felt like he was saying what every mother on earth wanted to say to her husband.
Have you ever looked after your child 24 hours a day? Just when you think the baby's asleep, they wake up crying every 2 to 3 hours and wake you up in the middle of the night. And even when they have to do housework, mothers have to keep an eye on their kids.
I mean, we already have 2 kids. I thought you'd understand that, right?
Yes, I was wrong about everything. And I regret everything I said and did.
Are you really?
Yes, ma'am.
But even so, I think it's strange, Kiyoya. Your company should have paternity leave for men, right?
Wait, really? Is that so?
Yes. My workplace has paternity leave, which I've taken. But the president of Kiyoya's company was talking about making one too.
Yes, my workplace does have paternity leave. But there is this domineering manager in my department who forbids paternity leave.
I see. I suppose that's also the manager you mentioned earlier who influenced you. People with such old-fashioned ideas like that are so stubborn and so goddamn annoying.
I agree. Sir, I'm sure the manager's wife is suffering, just like me.
But Reina? More importantly, about the divorce.
If you've truly reflected on your actions, I'll call it quits on the divorce.
Really?
The kids need a father, after all. However, if something like this happens again, you won't be forgiven again. I'll have you fill out the divorce papers.
Oh, thank you. I'll do my best for my family this time around.
And we'll share the housework like before.
Of course. I understand now. I'll do my absolute best.
And I'll additionally let all our relatives know about what happened this time. Because you didn't listen to me, I'll have the people around you give you the cold shoulder for a bit. And so, from here on, it was time for a super rehabilitation session for my stupid head husband.
I seriously cannot know how you can say such things to your wife who is protecting the house. What were you thinking?
I felt I could trust you with my daughter, Kiyoya. I'm so disappointed.
I'm so very sorry, sir. Ma'am.
Kiyoya, Kyoya knelt before my parents and preached to them for about an hour that day, enduring through mountains of criticism. The drama was over. I deemed it to be, and I went back to our apartment with him. But it didn't end there. When my sister-in-law heard about what happened, she called Kyoya right away and said, "What are you thinking? How many years have you been married for, hey, scumbag? And you haven't freaking learned anything from all that time. Is your brain made out of porridge?"
Sis, if you get so angry like that, your child will get spooked.
Yuki's watching over her right now. Never you freaking mind. I'll give you thorough guidance, alright? You won't have to worry about that.
Hey!
And thus started his commute to parenting school, which basically constituted of him going to his sister's house on weekends to learn the ins and outs of child rearing. Up until now, whenever something happened, he would ask me for help, but next time it looks like it will be okay. And not only that, his brother-in-law talked to the president of Kyoya's company. Apparently, he is on good terms with the president of Kyoya's company and sometimes go out to dinner together. After honestly telling him what had happened, the domineering manager that my husband was referring to was called in by the president and severely reprimanded. Moreover,
It's really unfortunate that there are people who look down on their family and don't value what they bring into their lives. Our own company president shares this opinion. Is it just a pretense that the paternity leave system for men is just a formality, and that men actually shouldn't participate in childcare? Is it just assumed that childcare is only for women, sir? Our president is someone who cares for his wife and children so dearly, you understand? And when he heard about this, he was truly furious, and is actually reconsidering our business partnership.
that's what Mr. Takeshi said. Once hearing something like that, you really have no choice but to deal with it immediately, huh? By the way, the department head of Kyoya's senior colleagues received huge backlash thereafter, and were forced to write a letter of apology at that age. In addition, they were bashed by female employees, and those who didn't treat their wives well were denounced as the enemies of womankind. The manager was reported to the president for his terrible behavior towards female employees as a result, and he was ultimately transferred to a subsidiary company and began working under a female boss. This particular manager would say things like, "This is what I mean when men can't do shit," and "men don't understand anything," almost every day. Additionally, she would also talk about how grateful he ought to be for his wife and the experience of child rearing. Everyone knows this mentally harassing attitude is a facade, and that she's a very good woman who treats men and women equally, but damn. As a result, after a month, word through the grapevine told us that the ex-manager became a good husband who takes good care of his wife and children, or something like that. And as for Kyoya, dear, you could make it a little lighter in flavor, couldn't you? This is a bit too salty.
Understood, ma'am.
Also, you don't have to wash mushrooms with water.
Is that so?
Just remember things little by little, dear. You're doing fine. You've improved so much since before all this started. Thank goodness for that.
Thank you, ma'am.
No, honey. You mustn't praise men so easily, because then they shall get pretty cocky pretty easily.
Well, what's the problem with that? He's doing his best after all.
Not so fast, honey. I must remind you then, I still don't trust Kyoya after all his mistakes.
And I'll continue to do my best to earn your trust, sir.
Actions speak louder than words, buddy. How about you take your kids out to play on your days off?
I want to go outside. Me too.
After eating, let's all go to the park, okay? After that, we moved to my parents' house, and I decided to have my mom and dad keep an eye on Kyoya. I know that he was regretting his previous actions, but just in case, right? I just couldn't forget all the nasty things Kyoya said to me when I was pregnant with our third child. Even now, I have flashbacks in the middle of the night and start to cry. When I talked to Mom and Dad about it, they kindly suggested that we live together. My sister-in-law and her husband also agreed with the idea and supported me. Above all, Kyoya also said that he could still commute to work from my parents' house, and that if it was for the sake of taking care of his family, hell yeah. As a little side note, it seems that both Mom and Dad didn't want us to get divorced, and now we live happily as a good family. We had our third baby a few weeks ago now, and because we have more children, we're busier than before, but he's working harder than ever before. Our family life together has only just begun. I think that to remain a good family for years and decades to come, everyone's efforts and the trust between husband and wife are more important than anything else. I hope that one day I'll be able to throw those completed divorce papers in the trash. Forgotten.
No way! I didn't know. This whole time I didn't know. There's nothing you could have done, son. I was also told to keep quiet about the truth too, after all.
Listen up, okay? You come home as soon as school is finished, okay?
Fine.
What's with that attitude, young man?
I got it. Leave me alone. My name is Takehiro, and I'm a 6th grader in elementary school. I'm at the age where I usually play sports like baseball and soccer with my friends, and video games too. I'm home!
You're late. Where were you this whole time, huh?
I came straight home, it's just the homeroom was a little long today, okay?
I suppose that's the truth, right?
It's the truth, Mom!
All right then, let's get our homework done quickly, and then we'll do some workbooks after that.
Ha!
Why are you sighing? I'm saying this for your sake, you know.
I said I get it. My mom is surprisingly strict. First of all, she won't let me play with my friends. I was told to study every day.
Have you finished your homework yet, Takehiro?
Yeah, Mom.
Let's see. What's this? You've only done 2 questions.
I'm just not concentrating at all right now.
No excuses. With this sort of performance, you won't be able to get into a private junior high school, understand?
You're bothering me. I'll do my homework, so could you just leave? Plans for me to attend a private junior high school instead of the local school were already set in stone. Well, that is, if I pass the entrance exam, of course. My mom says that if I can get into the school I plan on taking the entrance exam for, it'll be like taking a quick escalator to an elite university. That particular university is famous as a super elite school, and if I graduate from this place, my future will be very secure. Well, I don't have many friends at all, and I honestly didn't want to go to the local school, so it was convenient for me too. Why don't I have any friends? Well, that's because my mom won't let me play with anyone, see? It all began when I was in the 1st grade.
Hey, Takehiro! We're all playing soccer today. Would you like to play too?
Huh? Yeah, I want to play soccer.
What are you talking about? No, Takehiro, and that's final!
Yeah, but I promised to hang out with them.
Whom did you make this promise to? I'll call them and say plans have changed.
But why? I'm really sorry about yesterday.
No, it's okay.
From that day forward, my classmates asked me out to play with them a few times, but since Mom wouldn't let me, I was left with no choice but to turn them down every time they invited me. Naturally, my classmates stopped interacting with me the same way, and before I knew it, I was all alone. Sure, I'm sad that I don't have any friends, but I've gotten used to it by now. And also, the only thing that saved my sanity is that my mom bought me a cell phone. This guy's too funny! I never have to worry about getting bored because I have all the live streams in the world to watch. That's why I never felt particularly negatively about having no friends. And fortunately for me, all of my classmates were very kind, and I never got bullied much.
Hey, why is that dude always wearing a mask? Does he have the Joker smile or something? Whoa, that kid's a monster!
While I was in the classroom, I could hear them whispering. The school doesn't allow the use of cell phones, so during recess I spent the whole time slumped over my desk sleeping, or rather pretending to be sleeping. For someone like me, recess is the time I hate the most because everyone else is playing with their friends while I'm just floating around doing nothing, like an aimless ghost. As a matter of fact, I'd rather be in class. But then an incident happened when I was in 5th grade. Okay then, who can tell me the answer to the next problem?
There's no way we can do this problem.
Well, you'll learn this problem in junior high school after all, so it's probably not possible. Oh, I know. Takehiro, do you know the answer? Yes, sir, I do. It's 1/3 of X. Wow, Takehiro, you're on fire! That's correct! I was going to take the junior high school entrance exam, and I knew a little about the content of the material I'd be studying if and when I passed. I couldn't help but feel happy when my teacher praised me. I couldn't help but smile. However...
And all you can do is study.
Huh?
Your mouth is split open, right? Everyone's talking about it, you know.
Enough. Here, look at me now. Is my mouth split? Hey, that's enough. I got into a fight during class.
I'm terribly sorry about my son disrupting the class, sir. I don't know where to begin.
No, ma'am, it's all right. The cause of this situation was the other student. My teacher had to call the parents of those involved out, and I was severely lectured by my mom.
Takehiro, what were you thinking?
But it was my classmate who started it. It's not my fault, Mom.
I don't want to hear any excuses. Naomichi is such a quiet, calm child. But when it comes to you...
This particular day, I completely lost my marbles. Don't compare me to Naomichi. The reason this happened in the first place was probably your fault for not letting me play with my classmates.
Takehiro, where are you going?
I ran out of the house, but I quickly came back to reality. It's been a long time since I ran, now that I think about it. Damn, I'm so tired. And by the way, I was restricted not only from playing with friends, she demanded that I wear a mask whenever I go out, and I always have to attend physical education classes and not participate. These were more reasons as to why my classmates gave me the look of shame. That's why I never ran at all. My heart was pounding. The next moment...
Doctor, how is Takehiro? Is he okay?
Please, ma'am, remain calm. Not to worry, the symptoms were mild, so we're administering an intravenous. He'll wake up very soon.
All this because my discipline isn't perfect.
No one's is, ma'am. Mr. Takehiro is probably very eager to play outside, but we both know that for him, any physical activity would be fatal.
Of course, sir. I'm aware.
Wait, huh? Where am I?
Takehiro!
A hospital? Why am I here?
You weren't feeling too well, so I brought you to the hospital, honey.
Oh, okay.
Also, you're taking a day off from school today.
Huh? Why?
Why? Well, you're in the hospital, see? Take a day off.
I've literally never missed a day of school. It just so happens I don't like school very much, so I thought I was very lucky. And then a few days later, something even luckier happened. The second class was finished and I flopped down on my desk pretending to slumber as usual. Takehiro, get your backpack and get to the teacher's office right now. Huh? Understood, sir. So if I brought my school bag and went to the teacher's office, that means I'd be able to go home. I was so lucky. Eager to find out why exactly I was summoned to the teacher's office, I made my way there. Listen carefully, child. We received news that your mother's fallen ill. Huh? Your uncle will come to pick you up soon. Until then, you're going to have to wait with us here, okay? Understood. Naomichi was also in the teacher's office. The little punk must have been summoned here as well. I hate my little brother Naomichi. Why? Because Naomichi was spoiled rotten by my mom, that's why. When it came to presents for Christmas and for birthdays, Naomichi's were always so much more extravagant and awesome. But books and dictionaries, for me, that was way too unreasonable. And also, my brother is a boy of very few words. How can this writhing little pipsqueak... It's not fair. But more importantly, she fell ill? What does that mean? Is Mom sick or something? I obediently waited for a while, unable to grasp the situation, when... Hey, Takehiro, Naomichi, my boys, let's go. Our uncle came to pick us up. Our uncle is Mom's older brother. He drove like a maniac towards downtown and made straight for a large hospital. When we arrived... Aiko! Mama! Naomichi and my uncle burst into tears on the spot. Mom had suffered a heart attack. But I didn't feel anything. Why? Because it was my mother's fault that I was treated by my classmates like an outcast. If my mother hadn't been so strict, I would have been able to live a slightly better life. That's what I dared to think. After that, the wake and funeral came and went in the blink of an eye. After that, I got accepted into the private junior high school I was studying for. If I went to the local junior high school, which was standard procedure, I would have to live my life again with people who looked at me with a strange expression on their faces. That was something I absolutely did not want. So I followed my mother's wishes and studied hard after her death. By the way, my mom saved up money for the tuition fees, so I was able to enroll without any problems. And I also had something I wanted to do. Hey, want to play games at my house today? Hell yeah, I'm down. Now, enrolled in junior high school, I was finally able to make friends and hang out with them, which was my dream. Oh, Takehiro? You brought your friend over? Huh? What, you complaining, are you? No, that's not what I mean. Then you just shut up and get in your room. I still hated my little brother. He was only wandering around aimlessly and he couldn't study very well either. Why did Mom take such good care of this pipsqueak? I'm obviously the better child by far, aren't I? And also, I decided to take part in the physical education classes as well. Takehiro, you wear a mask when you go to school, all right? And you attend the physical education classes, but you're not to participate, understand? Okay, Uncle. Why did the old man tell me to do things every damn day? I'd had it up to here with that load of bullshit. Ever since Mom passed away, my uncle and aunt took us in and raised us as their own children. I didn't dislike my uncle, and he had enough financial stability to raise his two nephews. Okay then, guys, today is our first physical education class. It's our first time, so today we're gonna play soccer! Let's go! I'd never played soccer before. When I was in elementary school, I was always watching the class, and I wasn't allowed to play with my friends at all, let alone soccer. I didn't even have a chance to exercise in the first place. But I used to play a lot of soccer games on the cell phone that Mom bought for me, so I was familiar with the rules of soccer and understood how and where to move. In this manner, an exciting game of soccer was about to start. But about 5 minutes into the game, I thought it was going to be tough since I don't usually exercise, but this feels so weird. My heart hurts, and my vision is blurry. Where am I? Ah, you're awake. Takehiro! Uncle, am I at the hospital? I'm sure I was. You disobedient little punk, I strictly told you not to exercise, didn't I? How did I? Listen to me when I say that you cannot exercise anymore. Damn it, son, your mother in heaven will be disappointed about something like this. Please, don't bring Mom into this. Takehiro, are you okay? None of your business. You kids just stay quiet and study, all right? I'm often cold toward my little brother as such. Not only my mom, but even my uncle gives Naomichi special treatment. Where are you going with Naomichi in a taxi, Uncle? Isn't it obvious? I'm taking him to school. School is 10 minutes away from your house, though. Not like he's a VIP or anything. You have school too, don't you? You'll be late if you don't shake a leg, buddy. I know. Elementary school students taking taxis to school? That's just insane, right? I commute to school by train every day. Why in the world does everyone treat my little brother so special? And then, one day... Takehiro, pack up your things and get yourself to the teacher's office right now. Huh? Me, sir? Why does this seem like deja vu? Understood, sir. I packed up my things and headed to the teacher's office. And then my teacher said, "Right then, follow me." My teacher took me to his car. Where are we going, sir? We just got a call from your uncle at the hospital. He said that your younger brother collapsed. He wanted someone to bring you to the hospital, see? Naomichi collapsed? I'm sure you're upset, but your uncle headed for the hospital first. When we arrived at the hospital, my uncle was already there. Oh, Takehiro, buddy. So Naomichi collapsed? Yeah, but why? About that. There's something I want to talk to you about when we get home. There's something you want to talk to me about? Uncle had a serious look on his face, one more austere than usual. I wondered what the heck was going on. Just then a doctor came into the hospital room and said, Mr. Naomichi seems to be stable for now, sir. I will inform you of the results of the tests at a later date. Doctor, I leave my nephew in your hands. And so, we went back home. What was he going to tell me? My heart is pounding. And then, Takehiro, buddy, read this, if you please. As he said so, he handed me what appeared to be an old diary. It looked quite old. It was not a recent one at the very least. What is this? Listen carefully. This is a diary written by your mother. I found it while sorting through her belongings after her passing. I thought I'd give it to you someday. Mom's diary? I desperately tried to calm my hammering heart as I opened the diary with trembling hands.
Year A, Month B, Day C. Something abnormal was discovered in Takehiro. My husband was too busy gallivanting with everyone, and he lost interest in his child. Year D, Month E, Day F. A matching organ donor for Takehiro was found. Year G, Month H, Day I. The transplant operation was successful, but Takehiro is unable to exercise for his entire life. It would be very dangerous if he got an infection. I was advised to put him in a facility, but I wanted to let him live as normal a life as possible. Year J, Month K, Day L. Naomichi was also found to have an incurable congenital disease. Since I am a match as an organ donor for Naomichi, I have decided to donate my organs directly to my second son. Year M, Month N, Day O. I was told by the doctor that Naomichi has no guarantee to survive more than 5 years. My mind is blank. I'm so shocked. Year P, Month Q, Day R. My husband's attitude did not change at all, so we decided to divorce. Year S, Month T, Day U. I've decided to let Naomichi do what he likes as much as possible. I'm aware Takehiro may become dissatisfied with this if I do so. Year V, Month W, Day X. Next year, Takehiro will be in elementary school. I'm initiating mandatory masks to prevent infection. He cannot exercise either. He needs to be separated from people to a certain extent, so he cannot play with his classmates either. Year Y, Month Z, Day AA. Takehiro's in a bad mood. I wonder if something's happened at school. Year AB, Month AC, Day AD. Takehiro's life may not be going as smoothly as we both like it to because of his condition. I'm thinking of sending him to an excellent private junior high school so he can have a chance at living a better life. Year AE, Month AF, Day AG. I was called to Takehiro's school today because Takehiro was causing problems. Perhaps my discipline was the wrong approach? Year AH, Month AI, Day AJ. If Takehiro keeps this up, he will definitely pass the exam. Year AK, Month AL, Day AM. When Takehiro becomes a junior high school student, I'll tell him about his illness.
She was so worried about me. So worried. Did you understand a bunch of things, buddy? But why didn't she tell me I was so very sick, Uncle? She wanted to be considerate because she assumed that if you found out about your condition, you would be shocked. It was her way of protecting you. Is it true that Naomichi is terminally ill too? Oh, it's true, all right. He's hospitalized now, after all. No way. I didn't know. This whole time, I didn't know. There's nothing you could have done, son. I was also told to keep quiet about the truth, after all. And also, your mother's heart attack was caused by overworking after many years of labor, coupled with the fact that her heart was not too strong to begin with. Really? Your father was not a good man. That's why your mother found it better to divorce him and raise you as a single mother. Even though it wasn't going to help her and her heart, I'm sure it was a huge burden for her, you know. Oh, Mom! Her heart condition was the least of her problems. Making sure you guys wouldn't worry about her was far more important. I didn't know, and I dared to be so goddamn selfish. I couldn't stop crying that evening. I decided to go visit Naomichi at the hospital to apologize. Oh, you came, Takehiro. Naomichi, dude, I'm really sorry. About what? I was so hard on you, wasn't I? I said a lot of nasty things to you and also talked about all the things I didn't like about you. I mean, I never minded that, but I'm glad you cleared up the misunderstanding. Oh my god, was Naomichi always such a nice little bro? How could I, his older brother, not even know that? I actually knew about my illness, and Mom's too. Wait, you did? Yep, Mom told me a long time ago. The reason I was made not to tell you was because you were lonely, and because Mom thought it might make it hard for you to get over the truth. I'll be honest, she was probably right. The hell, man? I'm the one who was always the writhing little pipsqueak? As such, I made peace with Naomichi. After that, my little brother went on to attend the same high school I did. I have a lot of obstacles in my life, from being obligated to wear a mask whenever I leave the house, to never being capable of exercising. But disregarding all of that and living how I want to is downright disrespectful as hell toward my lovely mother, who broke herself for my sake and my brother's. I'm going to live and live and live no matter what it takes. And finally, after a good life, I'm gonna reunite with her after I become a wrinkled old man. 10 years have passed since then. I'm still living with my condition, but somehow I'm managing to survive well. Well then, I'm off. See you, Mom. Later, bro. Naomichi tragically passed away 4 years ago. He was told he didn't have much longer to live, but goddamn did he fight like a champ. I'm really glad that I was able to make peace with you, bro. If you'd gone on hating me even after Mom passed on, I would have been sad my entire life. You promised me that you'd get better soon and that you'd hang out with me, right? You keep your promise, you little punk. You plan on making me the toxic brother of yours who never said a word of kindness to you? You were never a bad big brother, dude. You've been visiting me every day since I was hospitalized, reading books and playing video games with me, and even inviting my friends when I got out of the hospital last time. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. I'll rest now, and I'll be waiting for you, bro. Naomichi. Naomichi, don't leave me, you can't! Naomichi! Nice weather today.
Takehiro, sorry to kept you waiting.
You know I wasn't waiting for long, Manami.
Shopping first, and then we'll have a full-course dinner at home. Then we'll watch a slew of movies.
All because I can't be in the outdoors for very long. I'm so sorry.
Come now, I know I've told you many times you're forbidden from apologizing about that. I'll do everything I can to help you live a long and happy life.
Thank you. Shall we go then?
Sure.
I took her hand, and as we walked into the crowd, I don't know what will happen to my body in the future, but with Manami...
My dream is to play some shadow tag in the park as old grandparents, you know?
Is what we talk about all the time. And I'm going to make the most of every single day from now on to make all our dreams come true.